Hey, it's your boy Jack Hubert, and in this video, I'll be going over some example solves. I have made some pretty huge improvements since my last example solves video, but now it's time I help you make some huge improvements. I also want to say thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, but now let's get right into it. For these solves, you'll see me either do white cross or yellow cross, and I'll have all the scrambles up on the top. So for cross, these are all my cross edges for white, and I noticed this pair over here is going to land right in front. I'm not the biggest fan on how it's a front pair, so I might look into something else. But here we go, cross, R prime, F, R prime. And exactly that. So I do notice this, and I'll probably just do that first. And then I got this case over here. I'll put it towards the back. And I'm also looking at this as I insert it. You two, I put it together. Insert my pair, and now I just have this as my last case. OLL and PLL. So for the very second solve, white on top, blue in the center. So I noticed cross was really easy to do from here, but what really sucked was that it was really hard to track my first pair. I was hoping I could save this, but I really couldn't. But I do notice if I started off with an R prime, this would end up landing here because I'm doing another R prime in this cross. Now I have these as my cross edges, and this is how I would solve it. All right, and so I would probably pause a bit during cross just to do these, but pretty easy. It's for a back pair, but hold on. Actually, I noticed that this is a 3-mover here, and this would be a lot better to do first. So move on over here, and then I would rotate again while I have this. And then I would probably pause a bit again because I didn't know what was back here. But I do notice this is the next case that I'm going to do. And then next, putting this corner over here, sledgehammer, and then insert. And then now OLL and PLL. So now for this example solve, I think cross is pretty easy, but again, cross plus 1 is not so easy. For the cross solution I came up with, again, these are all my cross edges over here. And this is going to be landing in the back, so definitely not a pair I want to do. But I do notice that when I insert this edge with a D prime, and then I go RF, this will connect, and then I'll do R2, L prime, and I see this, but I'm probably going to do this one first. And what I would do is rotate, U2, insert like this, and then with this case, it turns into a 3-mover, so I could just go right into it. And then now I have this case over here, I'll just do a sledgehammer, insert, and now pretty difficult case, not really, but when you see this, when you just have like this one dot with the edge, put it up on top first, so when you take it out, and then insert it the standard way, it turns into a cross. And now I have OLL and PLL. So that's it for the example solves. I hope that this was pretty helpful for you, but just in case some things were hard to understand, here are some key takeaways. For the very first key takeaway, you should always be looking for your very first pair during inspection, but that does not mean you have to stick with it. For example, let's just say during cross you saw this the entire time, but if you just pause a little and notice that there's actually a 3-move insert here, you're a lot better off doing that 3-move insert and then continuing on with whatever you're trying to do up next. This way, it's a lot more efficient. And if you can't cross plus 1 yet, I'd suggest to you just practicing doing cross blindfolded. That way, you already know what you're going to do for your cross, and it's a lot easier to cross plus 1 right afterward. And so for key takeaway number 2, understand how your pair insertions affect your edge orientations. Back to this case over here, and I have this just one little line next to the center. And how I had mentioned previously, if I put this over here and then do it, it will make a cross on top. Things like this will make your transition from F to L to last layer a lot better. Last but not least, key takeaway number 3, you should always be inserting your pairs towards the back. This is going to make it a lot easier for you to go ahead and spot whatever F12 pair you have up next. So those are all my key takeaways from my example solves. I really hope you found this video useful, and if you want to continue making cubing gains, go ahead and like and subscribe. Peace out.